Welcome to SMC Analysis and Discussion. Today is Sunday, and the last week when we posted our setups for the weekly outlook was also Sunday. As you guys all know, that we're going to be posting videos either Sunday or Saturday going forward for the week to look out for trade setups which we're going to be having for that particular week, right? Okay, guys, let's go. First trade was AUD JPY, which went in perfectly, mitigated our points of interest, and started selling to the downside. Let's just have a closer look at it. Yeah, as you can see, it was on the 30 minutes time frame, but actually our OB existed in all time frames. As you can see, it swept liquidity at the back, mitigated the fair value gap, but didn't mitigate the last order block which we had previously, but instead it mitigated the first order block because we had inducement liquidity which was resting where beneath the order block. And as you can see, price rallied to the downside, plummeting to hit our take profit. As it is still Sunday, we haven't reached our TP, but if we were to be targeting the first low which we had, which were equal lows, we would have hit take profit and be out of the trade, right? So we are still expecting AUD JPY to continue pushing price way to the lowest low liquidity, and also perhaps push lower than what we anticipated, perhaps go lower to these lows right here, because we've got a lot of liquidity resting in beneath these levels, and which way the market didn't mitigate before pushing to the upside. But the market is the market. If that doesn't happen, it's cool, it's part of the game. If you are stopped out in break even, it is also part of the game, right? And also remember, we also had AUD CAD, and there were some changes in between the week, right? Let's have a closer look at it. There we go. Right here, we had a really good change in character. We actually anticipated the market is going to mitigate this high. I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm just going to draw this thing. Yeah. We anticipated the market is going to hit this high, touch this OB, and push to the downside, which didn't happen. The market did what? The market started pushing to the upside. Yeah, the market started pushing to the upside, touched the order block, broke above it, went back and mitigated another OB, and broke structure to the upside, validating that the market has switched structures from bearish to bullish. Right, so now what we are anticipating for the market is to come back into this order block right here, which did what? Broke all the structures to the upside. And when I mean all structures, I'm going to show you guys in just a second. Right over here, this was a high which was broken. We also anticipate that the market should come back into this order block, come back to this equal lows, tap on this order block, and push higher. As you can see, that the mark, this is what we currently have on AUD CAD. Right, so let's go to Euro Pound. If you remember, we also had Euro Pound as also a setup, or should I say a pair to look at. There we go. Price loaded, just waiting for annotations. System is a bit slow, but it's gonna work. There we go. We also had a point of interest here for the first time, right? So we had a sweep of liquidity right here, and another break of structure. Markets respected, pushed higher, and then continued trading lower. So what they are doing here right now is they are printing more liquidity trend line in order for people to start selling into the trend line, anticipating the market should continue to the downside. But we are seeing another thing. We are seeing another thing in this pair. What we are seeing is After the market has been pushing to the downside, as you can see blatantly that the market is coming from the top left into the bottom right. It's a downtrend, right? It's clear. We have what? We have an order block which swept liquidity at the bottom right here. And if you don't understand what is a sweep of liquidity, you can go back into our videos and check out that. It's in the channel. You're gonna find it definitely. So yeah, it tapped on our order block, gave us a reaction. I'm just switching to 1 hour time frame. Gave us a reaction, first reaction right over here. Market pushed, touched the trend line, liquidity. Market came back in to mitigate, and then now what we are waiting for is for the market to start printing highs. If the market starts giving us highs, for an example, if the market comes back into this point of interest and break higher, and then after breaking this high, let me just highlight this high that we are waiting for the market to break to validate a bullish trend, right? Just remove this and use the pad. We are waiting for something like this, a break of structure, and then we're going to wait some kind of liquidity, perhaps double bottoms, and then sweep of liquidity, and then we're going to have our buy limits tagged in like this. Let me just show you an example real quick. Take our long position tool, put it right here, and start targeting what? The highs, right? Because you know we like to target the highs. Target the highest point of liquidity, and also try to reduce our stop loss from the nearest low. Yeah, so we expect the market to produce liquidity, or it might just be a low, for an example like this, and also the market pushes beneath the low first, take the inducement, then we're going to start looking for buy entries into the markets. Yeah, that's what we had for last week, and this is what we are looking for towards the week. Now also, I remember I had a few setups. I think it was Euro Swiss franc, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look. Let's just search for this thing. Euro Swiss franc, open it up. I don't think my analysis was here. No, I don't think so. Was it? I think it was Euro Aussie. Yeah, it was Euro Aussie. What was this thing? Fuck. No, it was not Euro Aussie. What was this thing? I don't remember. Oh, it was Euro NZD. Now I really remember. Okay, yeah. Euro NZD, same schematic, same move, what we're waiting for. But here, the market has moved. As you can see, we've got a sweep of liquidity at the bottom, right here. A change in market character to the upside. And then we've also got inducement. Inducement is whereby the market breaks a high or a low and give a first pullback before that high, after that high, right? For an example, inducement is something like this. Let me just make a quick one. This is what we call inducements, and also we're going to be making videos regarding inducements, order blocks, etc, etc. So yeah, inducement is where the markets first break this high, right? And after breaking the high, the market goes up, creates a new high, and then the market creates another high, right? A low, I mean. And then the market breaks the high, and then this low is what we call what? Inducement. Inducement must be taken out first before we start planning our buy orders into the upside. Something like this, right? Target the high and have a stop loss beneath the low. Something like this. So this is what we call IDM, inducement. It was just a quick one just to show you guys. So right over here, this is what we call our inducement. The market broke the high, changing character, produced inducement. We're waiting for what? For the market to come back into the zone, mitigate our OB, which was on the 3 hour and the 4 hour time frame. looking forward to come back and buy this thing to the highs, right? We are waiting for the market to come back and mitigate this low. So yeah, this is what we have for this week, and I do also believe we have some more setups. Yeah, but I mean, we can't show you everything that we have, guys. I mean, like, nah, we can't do it like that. But anyways, guys, yeah, that's what we have for the week going forward. Cheers.